The Reserve Bank of India's website was a victim of a hack attack on Thursday. The website of the country's central bank was hacked and it was down for several hours. Today, the Reserve Bank officially confirmed that its site was actually hacked. The situation, of course, has since been rectified.
But it's not just the RBI website. Several other government websites, including ministry websites, the PMO site, as well as Sonia Gandhi's very own website, has been hacked into. We will be joined now by Ankit Fadia, computer security expert, and Pawan Duggal, who's a Supreme Court lawyer on cyber law. Thank you for joining us, gentlemen. Ankit, I'll come to you first. The RBI's website hacked yesterday had to be shut down for 4 long hours. Can you explain to us why hackers target websites like a central banks? I mean, they basically intend to put out public information.
See, most of these hackers are something that we call hacktivists. Now, hacktivists are basically people who hack or deface websites to spread a political or social cause or a particular message. And there are a variety of different attacks that they use or vulnerabilities that they use to hack or deface these websites. The problem in India is that the government websites are not very secure, and the Indian government has this chalta hai attitude where they don't actually implement the necessary precautions to improve their security.
Pawan, to come to you, how vulnerable are Indian government sites? As Ankit pointed out, it's a bit of a chalta hai attitude. We've had a series of attacks in the last few months. How do we deal with these hacktivists?
The kind of loss and damage that's being caused by the hacking of these websites is indeed immense. We can brush this below the carpet, but the fact remains that a lot of work needs to be done to enhancing and improving the security of governmental networks. So much so that some of the networks which impact to critical information infrastructure are not that secure in India as they should ought to be. So clearly the government really needs to do quite a lot in this direction.
So Ankit, would you agree with Pawan that it's a case of poor security apparatus, the fact that a lot of these Indian government sites are actually just not secure, and that's why they're easy targets to be hacked?
See, if you were to compare the Indian government websites with websites of other governments in different parts of the world, then definitely Indian government websites are a lot less secure. So I think it's a problem of security. I doubt how many government websites are doing security audits on a regular basis.
I'm sure there are very few security audits. But Pawan, comment on that. Do you think at one level it's also because the government doesn't really take cybercrime as seriously as it probably should? Maybe because it doesn't understand the complexity of cybercrime, but it's just not important enough. Do you agree with that?
Today, cybercrimes is a big challenge as far as the Indian nation is concerned. Every year, Indian industry and the Indian nation is actually losing billions of dollars in terms of actual monies thanks to cybercrime. And large number of cybercrimes are not being reported in India. And that's one particular reason why everybody is having a sense of complacency. 3 cybercrime convictions in a country of $1 billion plus over a period of decade speaks volumes of the kind of work that really needs to be done in creating an enabling, user-friendly, victim-friendly approach for reporting cybercrimes and for quickly and expeditiously investigating cybercrimes and bringing the guilty to book.
Right, but the question is, bringing them to book, what kind of legal framework are we talking about to arrest the perpetrators on ground of hacking?
Today, hacking is a bailable offense. Nobody is afraid to commit hacking, and everybody knows that should a case of hacking be registered against him, he will be entitled to bail as a matter of right. In fact, the IT Act amendments have taken the deterrence out of the IT Act, and therefore nobody is afraid to today commit hacking because they know that the law cannot catch hold of them. So it's high time we amend the IT Act so as to make hacking a serious, non-bailable offense which should be punished with imprisonment for up to 5 years and fine of minimum 10 lakh rupees. That's going to get the real deterrence onto the hearts of the people per se.
Okay, interesting. Ankit, what kind of basic measures should individuals take in order to protect their digital sites?
See, the average internet user, unfortunately, is at the mercy of the big service providers like the e-commerce websites, the banks, and the government. But on a day-to-day basis, there are some basic precautions which I would like to recommend. Number one, do not ever use a public computer like a cyber cafe to shop or bank online, because most of them are already hacked and already have some spyware software installed. Secondly, install an antivirus software on your computer. Thirdly, have an anti-spyware software on your computer. Fourthly, have a firewall on your computer. And finally, choose a strong password for all your accounts, which is a combination of alphabets, numbers, and special characters. Finally, most of the banks in India today are actually using a second degree of authentication. It could be in the form of a small RSA security device that you're given. You press a button, there's a one-time password that gets generated. You got to put that in, only then you can actually access your account.
That's important information, Ankit, and I can tell you especially a lot of viewers should give a lot of thought to their passwords, especially, not be lazy with them. At 27, Ankit, you're one of the biggest ethical hackers in the country for sure. Do you think we need to encourage more of your kind?
Oh, absolutely. When I started out in this field at the age of 14, which was 13 years ago, nobody was doing any work in the field of ethical hacking. Nowadays, ethical hacking has become a full-time career opportunity, and I would like to encourage all young IT techies or geeks who are hearing this program to seriously consider taking up ethical hacking as a career opportunity. There's a huge demand for qualified ethical hackers and cyber security experts in India, and it's a fun career opportunity to have as well. And in the process, you'll probably end up helping your country.